Well, hello everyone, and thank you for joining me. I'm Jill Bloom, Group Publisher of Building Enclosure, and welcome to our podcast show. It's such an honor to have with me Stephen Sears, the CEO and Executive Director of EIMA. Stephen, great to see you.
Great to see you, Jill. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak with you today.
Yeah, well, most definitely. Well, we really love what you're doing at EIMA. And there's a lot of great things happening and a lot of good things that we need to talk about that everybody who is listening needs to know about.
Yes.
First, Stephen, give everybody the update on what's happening with the grant. First, that was exciting that this is even going through, but I know that there's an update, so I'll let you fill us.
Oh, yes. No, we're really excited about the grant. As people know, just to refresh everybody's memory, we got selected back in July of last year for a $2.2 million grant to create and publish life cycle assessments and environmental product declarations, not only for the EIFS industry as a whole, but also for all 25 manufacturing sites in the United States. So that covers members and non-member manufacturers of the association. So that's great. As luck would have it, I think everybody's been reading and watching the news of late. And what's interesting is that the EIFS industry has actually gotten caught up in the developments of Washington, D.C. So we were one of the 20, our grant program is one of the 2,600 programs that were identified by President Trump as undergoing a pause, and we are part of that pause under the Environmental Protection Agency. So what's happened is that two things. One is that this grant all stems from the endangerment finding that was passed in 2009 and the endangerment by the EPA. And the endangerment finding says that greenhouse gas emissions are actually harmful to human health. So two things have happened. One is that in the executive order unleashing American energy that was done by President Trump, one of his first days, he asked Administrator Zeldin to get back to him on whether or not that finding is still relevant or not. So that's one thing that's happening. And he's got till February 19th to do that. And the other thing is that he has, and I just checked this morning, those funds are still frozen for the time being. We are still very optimistic about it at the end of the day, though, for a couple of reasons. One, the grant that we went for is very much for a specific commercial purpose, which is great. And it happens to be that President Trump is a builder and developer. He understands construction probably better than any president since Washington, since he was a surveyor. And there's a very good chance he's probably used EIFS on some of his projects, certainly in his casino in Atlantic City. The other thing that we're doing is that we are still plowing ahead since we have the support of all the manufacturers in the country, including non-members, with one part of the project that is not funded by the federal government, and we're exploring plowing ahead, I should correct myself, in saying that we need to put together something called a product category rule for the industry, which are the rules for the road on how to do these EPDs and all of that. And that's something that we can get started on now if everybody elects to do it. And I think that's what we're going to do. So we're just going to plow ahead. And we're very hopeful that the funding will come in short order, but we're not going to waste time. We're not going to miss a beat, and the timing stands as planned. So
well, I'm confident you're not going to miss a beat. And I want to say, first and foremost, congratulations on this grant. I think it's amazing that you guys were able to secure that, number one. But number two, it's so legitimate that I know that will be one that they will look at and be like, oh yes, this is legitimate. Let's keep moving forward.
Yep.
So I can totally see that happening. Well, congratulations again. We'll have to make sure we follow up with you as things progress with that, because we want to make sure we keep the industry up to date on what's happening, because that is so exciting. So Stephen, the other thing we were talking about, which is also great for the industry, is your awards program.
Yes.
And I know you've made a lot of changes and updates and have a lot of things going on with that. So tell everybody, what are the changes? What's the update? What does everybody need to know?
So the great thing about our awards program does a great job. If you look at the background of me right now, you can see these are all previous award winners.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yes, when we called the awards program the Hero Awards, and it's a great thing, and I think one of the things that it demonstrates really well is the aesthetic flexibility, design flexibility that EIFS provides you. I mean, you can make it look like stucco, brick, stone, wood, metal, a combination of materials, and it's great. I'm just going to move over here because I don't want to miss the casino in Canada, which is there.
Okay, nice.
So we've done a few things with the awards program. We've recast it. It's now called the EIFS Excellence Awards.
Okay.
And rather than just covering the United States, last year we actually covered all of North America, um, which we're excited about. So we have several great projects from Canada. Hopefully, we'll get them from the other parts of North America too. I didn't know that there are, I think, 23 countries in North America.
Okay.
So I'd love to see a project from Nevis or the Bahamas sometime, but
Oh, that would be
yeah,
amazing.
that would be amazing.
I'll go
But
to you and I can go down there together and make sure we look at to make sure
yes,
they qualify.
but no, so that's great. The other thing that we're really excited about is that we've expanded the judging criteria. So before we just had three architects, which usually previous award winners, do the judging. But now we've also included, because the criteria also include technical excellence and design, not just design, but technical excellence and ways to get around design challenges. So we've included two other folks in the judging. One is John Edgar. He is an EIFS technical engineer out of Canada, which is great. And the other is actually my predecessor, Dave Johnson, who was
Nice.
formerly head of EIMA, and certainly he has an intimate knowledge of the industry. So those five put together have judged. They've completed the judging for this year's competition. I think we got 65 entries. Um, I've seen what it looks like will be the winners. Are not publicized yet, but wow.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
And when are you going to be
really,
publicizing those winners?
yes, we are really excited because they really show what EIFS can do. And as a modern building material with insulated, integrated insulation and all that goes with it, it's a real testament to what today's EIFS with drainage can be all about.
Oh, I love it. So are you going to be announcing those winners at your annual meeting?
We are going to be
Okay.
announcing them when we're going to have a big dinner, and that's one of the things we like to do is we don't, our excellence awards, we like to give credit to where credit is due and to make a big splash about it. So,
Yeah,
I mean, we do the requisite press release, which you all will certainly get, and you all, thankfully, you publish every time we send it. Thank you very much.
absolutely. I mean, how can you not? Look at how beautiful these projects are.
Yes, yes, but we also have a nice dinner and an award ceremony. And it's just going to be great pictures with all the winners. And it's great because it's also a wonderful chance for folks from the EIFS industry value chain to get credit to where credit is due. So it's not just the architects, it's the manufacturer, it's the distributor, and also the contractor, because you can't have any of the projects that you see behind me unless you have really competent, professional, skilled contractors and applicators who know what they're
For
doing.
sure.
Yeah.
So what are the dates? Give us all the details for what's happening in March.
March 18th to the 20th in Orlando, Florida at the Reunion Resort. It's going to be fantastic. We've got Kermit Baker, the chief economist of AIA. He's our keynote speaker. We've got two executives from Zurich, North America, the commercial insurance
Yeah.
group. It's going to be delivering an education session. We have another group, which we haven't quite publicized yet, but it's going to be very appealing to the contractor audience especially. And this year, for the first time ever, we have both cornhole and golf. So we've gotten the post-meeting surveys, and everybody, they're split into two camps. You have some people who love golf, some people who love cornhole, and this is a good year. Why not do both, right?
I love it. Well, you had me at cornhole because I don't know how good of a golfer I am, but I'm in for cornhole for sure, Stephen.
Yes. Well, I'm very bad at both, and it's probably good because I always, as part of member relations, I always like to lose badly to members, and it's guaranteed with cornhole and golf.
All right, well then we'll just assume that you're not on the Olympic team for cornhole.
No.
All right. Because if you were, I'd make sure then you have to beat everybody. I mean, if
Yes,
you
no,
can't,
you
that's just
assume correctly. You assume correctly, Jen.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be an incredible event. So just so everybody that's listening understands, who should be attending? Did you say architects, contractors, distributors, everybody, manufacturers?
I think everybody. I mean, certainly, yes. I think everybody. Manufacturers, distributors, contractors, um, architects. The nice thing about because of our grant, we actually have a new working group, the EPA grant working group, which for the first time ever includes non-member manufacturers as part of EIMA's governance structure in this grant. And that's great. And this happened for the first time last November, where we had several non-member manufacturers participate in the grant working group meeting, which is great. And they're cordially invited to attend. And if they go for the non-registration, great. They can attend just about everything. So we hope that they
Oh, that's
do.
great.
And it's great. It's really, we want to make it for the industry. This is an industry venue. And if you have a vested interest in the EIFS industry and you want to network with the leaders of the industry, this really is a can't miss event.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So tell us again then what the dates are. March.
March 18th to the 20th
Okay.
at the Reunion Resort in Orlando, Florida. And it's going to be just great. So we're looking really, really forward to it.
I love it. And are there sponsorships still available if manufacturers
Oh,
want to become a
yes, there's
sponsor?
sponsorships available. Members can sponsor
Okay.
various events, and we have the sponsorship guide just about to go out probably tomorrow, if not Monday.
Okay.
And no, we're all excited about that. We have tabletops and event sponsorships for the keynote. You can sponsor the cornhole tournament.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yes. So
Love
and
it.
we had a taker last year. I expect we will this year too. So
All right. Well, so what's the website? Where do people go if they want to register to attend or sponsor? What's that website?
EIMA.com, and we have a kind of an icon right on our homepage for this event for our annual meeting. And this is our
Beautiful.
marquee event of the year.
I
So
love it. I love it. Well, congratulations on everything that we just talked about there, Stephen. And we, again, really excited to have you on today on If Walls Could Talk. Again, just so everyone's listening, just to remind you, it is EIMA.com to register for March 18th to the 20th in Orlando. I mean, it's that time of year. Everyone goes to Florida. It's kind of like spring break.
you got to go. And if you like Eves, you got to go. And the venue, the accommodations are unbelievable. I think it's an all suite property,
Okay.
so I think people will have room to bring their clubs with them or their cornhole board.
I love it. Well, thank you again, Stephen. Can't wait
Thank
to
you.
see everybody down there. And if anybody has any questions for us, it is wconline.com or buildingenclosureonline.com. And while you're there, make sure you sign up for all our free content, especially make sure you sign up for our free e-newsletters. Follow us on all our social media channels so you can stay up to date in all the great interviews we are doing, just like we are today with Stephen. But most importantly, stay safe and healthy, and we can't wait to talk to you soon. Thanks
you so
again,
much.
Stephen.
Thank you, Jill.